Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about chocolate milk. So why did I decide to talk to you about chocolate milk? Well, the other day I was watching TV and a commercial came on and it was for chocolate milk and they were claiming to be the be-all and end-all when it comes to post-recovery drinks for exercise or sport. And I remember a couple years back when I worked at a large commercial gym and there used to be posters up all over the place talking about chocolate milk, putting up, oh, it's scientifically proven to be healthy post-exercise, this is what you want to drink. I always thought it was kind of funny. I even remember hearing about a trainer I worked with. She actually encouraged her clients to drink chocolate milk after they exercise because it was such a great post-recovery drink because she saw this on the posters throughout the gym. So today we're going to talk about some of the problems with chocolate milk. We're just going to focus on chocolate milk. We're not going to talk about some of the problems milk has in general. Just going to focus on chocolate milk. And then we're also going to talk about where the scientific research comes from that proves what a great supplement chocolate milk is. So first we'll talk about the problems here. Basically, chocolate milk is sugar water for the most part. It is ridiculous how much sugar is actually in it. So if you take a 500 milliliter container of chocolate milk, there's about 56 grams of sugar. It's going to vary from brand to brand, but the one I grabbed at the grocery store, 56 grams of sugar. So maybe you're thinking, well, 56 grams of sugar doesn't mean anything to me. So I'm going to put that into perspective for you. In an average chocolate bar, you're going to have anywhere from 25 up to probably around 45 grams of sugar, depending on what type of chocolate bar. So chocolate milk in a 500 milliliter container, it has more sugar than chocolate bars. So actually take a second and think about this. How could something with so much sugar be a health product or help you to recover after you're done exercising or your sport performance? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So they say, well, we have proof, there's scientific research. So I decided to look into their scientific research, and most of the stuff that they quote, their scientific research, is one study that was done in 2006. And so I looked into this study, and there's three major problems with this study. First one being, it was done on 9 athletes. And for a lot of you, maybe you don't know a lot about research, but doing a study on only 9 people is incredibly small. Usually when you're doing a study, you want to try to get as large of a population to check your thesis or your idea on to make sure that your data is actually going to be accurate. 9 is an incredibly small number to do this on. So right away, that's going to put the results into a questionable kind of state. Second big problem I have is that the study was done comparing chocolate milk post-sport to 2 other typical sport recovery drinks. So these are your kind of Gatorade, Powerade, those types of drinks. So they're comparing milk, which is sugar water, to 2 other types of sugar water. And then they came out with milk helped the person better than these other 2 brands that they compared them to. So yeah, I believe that milk's probably going to be better than the other 2 sugar water drinks it was compared to. Chocolate milk has even more sugar than most of the Gatorade or Powerade drinks out there, but the chocolate milk has a little bit of protein, so it makes sense that it would be better than those. But just because it's better than those 2 alternative drinks doesn't mean it's good for you post-recovery. It just means that it's the best out of these 3 sugar waters that they compared to each other. Third problem I have with this study, and probably my largest one, which this is kind of common in a lot of the studies, which usually makes me question them. The majority of the funding for this study was provided by the milk industry. So basically you had these researchers there, milk industry said, here, we'll give you some money to do the research. Obviously the milk industry has a very vested interest in how the results of the study play out, and so this kind of thing can affect how a person arranges the study. So right away I'm worried that maybe the researchers didn't arrange the study in an ideal way. Maybe they arranged it so that the milk industry, who was paying them, would get the results they want. And you see this all the time in studies where someone with a vested interest in the results of the study are actually providing the money. So right away that makes me question how accurate are these results going to be, or how well is this scientific research done. So what can you do? first thing is most people today aren't getting enough water, so that's a really good place to start. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Doing this post-recovery during exercise sport, this is going to help. You want to get about half an ounce for every pound of body weight you have. So if you weigh around 150 pounds, you're going to want to get 75 ounces per day. Okay? Obviously, on days where you're doing exercise or activity, you might need to get a little bit more than that. That half ounce per pound is just a general guideline on a typical day. Gauge kind of by how much activity you do. If you do more activity, drink a little bit more water. Second thing you can do is take a pinch of sea salt and add it into the water. So this is going to help to replace all of the salt that you're losing when you exercise, when you sweat. So just a little bit of a pinch. You're not going to taste the sea salt. If you can taste it, you're probably putting in a little bit too much. So that's a good starter for most people. If you're looking to learn more about hydration, then you can check out our website in our free resource section. We have an article specifically on hydration. So you can check us out at www.peak-personaltraining.com. Or if you have any questions, you can shoot us an email at info@peakpersonaltraining.com.